There is a story that tourists have in the past been told about the Star of Kodiak and how it got here.
We had a gal that worked at the museum, and she was telling visitors that big ship came in on a tidal wave and it just landed right there where it's at. And I asked her, I said, that's what you tell people? Well, yeah. And I said, well, that's not the truth.
The truth is a bit more complicated and starts with a war. World War II, as it would soon be called.
In the Star of Kodiak ship, which was actually the Albert M. Bow ship when it was first commissioned. The name of the boat came from a man who was actually an engineer who stayed in the engine room and controlled the fire and kept it from killing several other people.
In the process of saving his shipmates, Albert M. Bow died from his wounds caused by an aircraft repair vessel's engine exploding. For heroism beyond the line of duty, Albert M. Bow was awarded the Merchant Marine Distinguished Service Medal shortly after his death.
It's a Liberty ship, and it was built as a World War II ship for the war specifically. But by the time it was finished, the war was all but over. In '53, it was decommissioned, and then in the '60s, the early '60s, after the tsunami here in Kodiak, it was purchased by the seafood cannery at the time and brought up and turned into fishery.
After the tidal wave, all of the canneries except king crab was washed out. And so they needed a processor for crab.
I know that after the '64 earthquake, all of the processing plants were wiped away because they're all along the waterfront. And there was an upcoming fishing season, and so the processors had to really quickly be able to get equipment up here. They had to really quickly mobilize so that they could prepare for the coming fishing season. Because it was the Alaska Packers Association that that brought the cannery, the boat up. But the Alaska Packers Association always named their large ship Star of something.
Then, during a very high tide, they dug a big ditch and they pulled it in and then bulldozed around it with dirt.
After Kodiak was almost destroyed twice in a century, the Star of Kodiak is a testament to not only our stars, but to the spirit of Kodiak. When the 1964 earthquake and tsunami hit, the canneries would be reminded of the Katmai eruption that had happened not 60 years ago, and the fragility of our fisheries. When Kodiak had hardly enough to rebuild the city, we kept our economy together by getting a former Liberty ship to be a processing plant. The Star of Kodiak is a monument to the creativity and rebellious spirit that comes with our small island that refuses to be washed away.